Well, welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview show for today, the 3rd of August. Not the most successful night last night. Was looking for 2 out of 3 to win. Instead, 2 out of 3 lost. I was looking for 3 out of 3 to win, but the minimum we wanted was 2 out of 3. Still down on the season. Quite a few I like tonight. I'm going to start with the Texas Rangers, who will be sending their ace Cole Hamels to the hill today. Hamels has lost only once on the road all season. He's 3-0 with a .84 ERA since the All-Star break. Baltimore will be sending Kevin Gausman to the hill, who has done okay with some hard luck at times this season in terms of the lack of run support. That is something of a surprise considering the power in the Orioles lineup, but he did struggle the last time on the hill. Gausman, he allowed 3 home runs. He's 2-4 with a 4.24 in his last 7 games. He allowed 4 runs in 5 innings when facing the Rangers earlier this season. Texas lineup, while certainly not poor in the first place, now has no easy outs for a pitcher top to bottom with the additions of LaCroix and Beltran, and I think they'll be able to score on Gausman today. So all we're going to need is Hamels, who has been consistent in the main, to continue his fine season, and that will notch the win for them today, and we'll play Texas on run lines. The Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. The Twins continued their hex over the Indians, who they've beaten 7 out of 11 times this year, and 2 straight to open this series as they've destroyed the Tribe's right-handed pitching. They've beaten the 2 best in the rotation in Salazar and Carrasco in the first 2 games, and they get Trevor Bauer tonight. Bauer has allowed multiple home runs in back-to-back starts and is 0-1 with a 4.26 ERA in 2 starts against the Twins this year. For his career against them, he's 1-4 with a 5.01 ERA in 9 starts. Tyler Duffy will oppose for Minnesota today. He has struggled in the main this year. He's gone 5-8 with a 6.12 ERA, was demoted to the bullpen, but has been successful in 2 starts against Cleveland this year, going 1-0 with a 2.10, including 7 shutout innings in this ballpark in May. He has never lost against a Tribe in his somewhat short career. He's gone 2-0 with a 2.70 ERA, and we're going to take a chance on Minnesota at a tasty price today. The St. Louis Cardinals will send Michael Wacha to the hill, who was on top of his game through 5 innings in his last start before it all came crashing down when he allowed 3 runs in the 6th of a victory against Miami. If he has his control on as he did that day, he becomes virtually unhittable. The Reds traded away the man who's arguably been their best hitter this year in Jay Bruce at the deadline. Their lineup is weaker for it. They will send Cody Reed to the hill to pitch today, looking for his first win at the big league level on the 8th attempt. Excluding the start against the awful Braves, who are poor against left-handers anyway, he has allowed at least 3 runs every time he's gone to the hill, and while there are still some important hitters out for the Cardinals, they are starting to get a little bit more healthy. Jed Yorko's been on absolute fire. They will certainly have the edge on the hill in a ballpark where their pitcher Wacha has an outstanding record. He's 5-1 with a 1.84 ERA in 11 games against the Cincinnati Reds. The Cardinals do usually win against the Reds, and I would expect them to rebound from the crushing walk-off 3-run bomb by the Reds in the bottom of the 9th yesterday with a win today, and will play St. Louis on the run line. Oakland against Los Angeles. Kendall Graveman's been pitching excellently for Oakland recently, going 5-1 with a 3.14 ERA in his last 7 starts. That loss coming in his latest start when he allowed 3 runs to the Cleveland Indians. The Angels are not a prolific run-scoring offense, and their ballpark does favour the pitcher. They also have few hitters who will be able to deal with the sinker that Graveman has utilised to great effect to turn his season round. Mike Trout's a pretty good low ball hitter. Everyone, Pujols will be grounding into double plays today. Jared Weaver will go to the hill for the Angels against the Athletics. Whilst he's in the midst of his worst season of his career, as he's probably going to draw his career to a close, I'd imagine, at a rather young age. He's still only mid-30s at the end of this season. He's 8-8 with a 5.14 ERA on the season. He has always done well against Oakland. He's got a career ERA of 2.73 against them. That has carried through to this year, where he has a 2.63 ERA in 2 meetings that he has pitched against them. So while he can be plain awful when he is off, he isn't usually against Oakland. The total is set at 9. I'm assuming it's high because Weaver's pitching. That looks too high to me, and I'm going to play the under. The other game I want to look at today is the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Edwin Jackson may have fooled me the last time he was on the hill. But he soon showed me that Edwin Jackson is, at the end of the day, Edwin Jackson, and that's not going to change. Junior Guerra is up for Milwaukee today. He's come from absolutely nowhere this year to be the Brewers' most consistent starter. Milwaukee have won 11 of the 16 games he started this year. His personal record is 7-2 with a 2.70 ERA. He pitched 6 shutout innings when he faced the Padres earlier this year. Edwin Jackson almost threw a no-hitter on debut for the Padres, but he lived up to his record across 2 teams this year in 2 subsequent starts. He is 1-2 with a 5.0 3.49 ERA combined in appearances with Miami and San Diego this year. He's been on the hill 11 times, only 3 starts. Both teams have watered down versions of their lineups from a couple of weeks ago as they go young and into full rebuild mode, but I've got more confidence in the hitters that Milwaukee can throw out there today, and I will take them to hang a win in the standings at the end of the day today by betting Milwaukee on the run line. Those are the plays I have for you today. Best of luck if you're having a play ball.